Okay, welcome to week 3 of the fourth quarter of English 12. This week is really fun. We're going to be reading parts of Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Many of you probably read this book or at least seen the film versions of this really famous novel. This week we're going to be focusing on the fictional story, but we're going to be looking at the arguments, the kind of subtle arguments for women's rights that are inherent in this novel that Jane Austen threw in there, but it's just not as obvious or overt as the arguments of Mary Wollstonecraft that we studied last week. So these are two different women, Jane Austen and Wollstonecraft, both wanting to make some social changes for women and for people in lower classes, and wanting to kind of expose the problems in society, but they do it in very different ways. One states it straight out, and that's Mary Wollstonecraft, but Jane Austen just portrays it through story and lets her audiences and her readers kind of observe some of the problems going on through this fictional story. So have some fun with this. This week we're going to start by reading and watching these videos on themes, context, and character in Pride and Prejudice. And then, hold on, pause for a second. Okay, after studying these resources, you're going to take the quiz that's in the BBC Bite Size. You're going to take that quiz on themes. It will say test. You take that and email me a screenshot of your score to get credit for that. Then you're going to watch some film clips. First of all, the opening scenes of Pride and Prejudice, and then also a scene of Mr. Collins' proposal from Pride and Prejudice. Just to give you some idea of the visual, the film version of this. And then I'm going to have you read those two chapters very closely. So that's chapter 1 and chapter 19 of this long novel in Actively Learn. So when you go into Actively Learn, it's going to open up the whole novel. But you just need to read and answer the questions for chapters 1 and 19. And it will show you in here, if you read the directions, how to go to the table of contents to find the different chapters that you need, rather than scrolling all the way through the chapters. So just read those two chapters, answer the questions, and then you'll add your highlighted notes, definitions, your commentary, just like we've been doing in the other the first 2 weeks of this quarter. After that, you have an assignment called Class and Gender Clues in Pride and Prejudice to fill out. There's one for the general group and one for the Tier 1 group. Do the one for your group. You should only see the one that you need to do. And that is it for week 3. Let me know if you have any questions.